Donald Trump once said, "I know what trending is better than anybody in the world." And in many ways, he might be right. He has been trending his whole life, by his own telling, from the day I was born. But here's the twist. Despite all the headlines, scandals, memes, gold buildings, and MAGA hats, I realized I didn't actually know the man behind the brand. So I dug into his life, his psychology, his strategy, and one big question: how did a name become a political movement? Let's start at the beginning. Donald Trump was born in 1946 in Queens, New York. A middle child of 5. His mother, Mary Ann MacLeod, was an immigrant from Scotland, known in the community for charity work and public service. His father, Fred Trump, was a relentless real estate developer who claimed he could squeeze 9 days of work into a 7-day week. Fred built low and moderate income housing across Brooklyn and Queens, making a fortune by leveraging post-World War II government programs that subsidized affordable housing construction. Young Donald grew up wealthy, but his father insisted he deliver newspapers to learn discipline. When it rained, Fred reportedly chauffeured him along the route in a Cadillac. From childhood, one trait was obvious: Donald had to win at everything. He played baseball, first base and catcher, and proudly called himself a great baseball player. His coach later said Donald would do anything to win, and wanted people to know he was number one, but winning wasn't enough. He also needed recognition. Trump's school music teacher, who passed away in 2015, once said he was one of those kids who needed attention all the time. Trump even recounted punching that same teacher, giving him a black eye, because he didn't think he knew anything about music. He described his childhood behavior as mischievous, aggressive, and constantly testing people. At 13, Fred sent him to the New York Military Academy, NYMA, a full-time boarding school known for tolerating and even encouraging physical hazing, intense discipline, and verbal brutality. For most kids, this would be traumatic. For Trump, it was rocket fuel. He earned medals for the cleanest room, shiniest shoes, and best-made bed. He excelled academically, rose to cadet captain, and told classmates, "I'm going to be famous someday." College came next. He attended Fordham University, then transferred to Wharton, an Ivy League business school, later bragging, "I'm very highly educated, I know words, I had the best words." During the Vietnam War draft era, Trump received 4 educational deferments, followed by a medical deferral for a heel bone issue. The controversy? The doctors who certified his medical exemption had professional ties to Fred Trump's properties, leading to speculation that it may have been a favor. Regardless, he never went to war. He joined Fred's real estate business instead. Then came 1973, the turning point. The Department of Justice, DOJ, filed a lawsuit against Fred and Donald Trump for systemic racial discrimination across 14,000-plus rental units. Investigators used undercover applicants. Black and Hispanic applicants were repeatedly told no units were available, only for white applicants to be offered apartments minutes later. Applications were allegedly marked with C for colored. A former doorman testified that he was told to quote higher rents for black applicants. A building superintendent even admitted, "I was doing what my boss told me. I'm not allowed to rent to black families." Trump's reaction? Not apology. Not settlement. War. He countersued the DOJ for $100 million, calling their claims false and defamatory. The judge dismissed the suit outright for having no legal basis. But Trump kept fighting anyway. Because to him, fighting means never folding, never admitting wrongdoing, never apologizing. And ultimately, he negotiated a settlement where he admitted no guilt, though he agreed to place ads stating Trump apartments welcome tenants of all races. It was a victory not in justice, but in narrative control. And this is important. because Trump didn't see himself primarily as a developer. He saw himself as a storyteller, a showman, a brand architect. So he crossed the river into Manhattan. By the late 1970s and 80s, New York City was in decline. Investors were timid. Buildings were rotting. But Trump smelled opportunity. He bought the decaying Commodore Hotel, converting it into the $110 million Grand Hyatt using tax incentives and government abatements. Then came his crown jewel, Trump Tower, a skyscraper of marble, gold, waterfalls, columns, and a 3-story penthouse designed to look like a European palace, and Las Vegas had a baby. And again, winning wasn't enough. He needed the world to know. So he hacked the tabloids. From 1980 to 1995, Trump appeared on the cover of New York tabloids 87 times in 15 years, not by accident, but by strategy. He fed journalists rumors under fake spokesperson names like John Miller and John Barron, even personally calling reporters while impersonating them, including a 1984 Forbes interview where John Barron, VP of Trump Org, claimed Trump owned 90% of Fred's empire, helping him land a Forbes valuation of $100 million, when his real share was closer to $5 million. Trump later admitted in court he occasionally used that name. The truth didn't matter. The spectacle did. During his first marriage to Ivana Trump, he leaked narratives to shape coverage around their dramatic divorce, fueling headlines, emotional drama, and his rising, playboy billionaire persona. He openly dated actress Marla Maples, later his second wife and mother of his 4th child, letting the affair feed the fantasy that he dated a new woman every year. This became his core marketing doctrine. People want to be sold a fantasy. So I play to their fantasies. And it worked. Trump Vodka, Success Distilled, launched despite Trump never drinking alcohol. He launched airlines, casinos, board games, courses, clothing lines, even bottled water, Trump Ice, expired 20 years ago, which our source jokingly sipped on camera as a collector item. Most of these businesses weren't owned or operated by Trump. They were licensed. His real empire wasn't real estate. It was perception. Then 2004. The comeback. He was cast as the star of The Apprentice, created by the same producer behind Survivor. Trump played the boss judging contestants competing for jobs. It lasted 14 seasons, drew tens of millions of viewers, resurrected his brand, and made him a household persona in Middle America. Not a developer. Not an economist. But the role he had always wanted, the ultimate spotlight. By 2015, he rode the escalator down into Trump Tower, announced his run for president, and detonated into the largest stage of them all. He didn't win the popular vote in 2016, but he won the election fair and square. He became the 45th president of the United States. But when he lost in 2020, again, he fought. He attacked institutions. Called the system rigged. Sold millions of supporters on the idea that the election was stolen, despite courts rejecting the claims. And this time, Republicans themselves sounded the alarm. Former Vice President Mike Pence refused to support the election denial. And Dick Cheney, a lifelong Republican heavyweight, warned, "In our nation's 248-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump." Cheney accused him of attempting to overturn the election using lies, violence, and intimidation. Because here's the truth: Trump doesn't just fight rivals. He fights the system itself if it threatens his image of winning. Today, multiple indictments were unsealed charging him with conspiring to defraud the United States, attempting to obstruct an official proceeding, conspiring to disenfranchise voters. These charges did not come from a deep state conspiracy. They came from the system working exactly as designed. So what can we learn from Donald Trump's life? 1. Winning to Trump means perception, not process. 2. Recognition matters more than truth. 3. Branding is his business. Politics is his stage. 4. He weaponizes media psychology better than any strategist in modern US politics. 5. And his fuel isn't ideology. It's attention, drama, narrative control, and the lifelong urge to be number one. Some see him as a populist hero. Others see him as a systemic risk. But regardless of which side you sit on, one thing is certain. Donald Trump's story is not the story of buildings. It is the story of branding. And not the story of votes. It is the story of power. And that story is still being written.